Yo, 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 yo. It is the podcast stable. I am Tech P,
Damn, Kenny.
and we are coming to you today for the week one picks. NFL season is jumping off, and this one won't be biased. Over the last 2 years, I think we have considered putting our perspectives out there on a more regular cadence. This is the year. This is the year. So I'm excited. Cameron, what you got to say about week one?
Week one is gonna be fun. First game coming up, Cowboys, Eagles, and there's gonna be a lot of people that are, because the Cowboys are in the news and they've just traded away their star player and their owner is, prideful and doing things, maybe not the correct way, they're going to take it out on the team. And I think that they're going to go into Philadelphia on ring night.
Hold on. So
ring night.
You're going, he's leading off with a hot take. So
the take is not high. It's honest. For me, the problem with the Cowboys has been, defending the run. And I'm not saying they upgraded because they got rid of Micah and even bringing in Kenny Clark. But what I will say is that Saquon in a meaningful game against the Cowboys has never done anything. So scratch him out. So now Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, and Devontae, can you beat Dak Prescott, CD, and George Pickens? I like the blue side on that one. I like the blue side. I think they come in, they're underestimated, and they're going to come out with a W because Dak winning record against the Eagles, he owns them.
I'm a Dakota Prescott fan, so I'd like to see Dakota Prescott succeed. But I'm also the founder of the retired Dallas Cowboys fan club. And so I gotta make a choice. I gotta make a pick. And there's never been any good reason to ever choose anything associated with the Philadelphia Eagles. And so, I have a good friend who tells a story about how when we were growing up here in Dallas, they would take the Philadelphia cream cheese off the shelves the week that the Dallas Cowboys were going to face the Eagles. And so I'll never pick the Eagles in any fashion, especially not against the Dallas Cowboys. So let's just make that clear. But I'm still a retired fan. So my take isn't that hot. I'm from Dallas. Everybody knows that. I'm from Oak Cliff. I always try to make that be known. And, there are some Eagles fans in Oak Cliff, but they always stick out like a sore thumb. They stick out like a sore thumb because the whole time we were growing up, they didn't do anything. They had never won a single thing. However, Jerry Jones has allowed for them in the last 30 years to have something that we don't have. And that's championships. They've got 2 of them. And that retired Dallas Cowboys fans are sitting on the sidelines saying, we have no expectation that Jerry will do anything other than, this is my new catchphrase for Jerry, gerrymandering. He's gerrymandering. What does gerrymandering typically mean? It means moving around and making sure things are in your favor and not representative of really what we're seeing here in real life. And so Jerry has figured out how to be successful without winning. And so that is gerrymandering, spelled with a J, Jerry, mandering. And so that's my take on it. And so, anything else?
Yeah, gerrymandering, put it on a shirt. Look, just talk about the teams though. We're gonna be explosive. Who's we? Me and Dak. Yeah, me and Dak. We're gonna be.
Want to see Dak do well?
Yeah, and he's going to. And he always has, despite the odds. Yeah. He's always showed up.
Want to see Dak do well. And so we want to see that happen. I'm still from Dallas. I just don't have any more grace for Jerry Jones. And so I haven't watched any Netflix specials. I haven't watched any Netflix specials. Who cares? Who cares? I don't need to hear from people who haven't touched the field in the 2000s. I don't need to hear from them. I need to see champions. I need to see wins. And you know, Dakota Prescott was a gift out of nowhere. We had a gift. Name me a time when someone got a year one starter on a rookie 4-year deal.
Probably Russell Wilson was the last one.
Those quarterbacks usually go on to win.
Yeah.
The GM takes advantage of the salary cap. Hey, listen, you know, I mean, we'll come back on Thursday's nightcap after the game, and we'll be able to. I'll be able to provide some more detail around what it looks like when a quarterback is a rookie, starts just like we did with Dakota Prescott. I think those numbers are going to be in my favor. And Jerry has continued to win, persevere. His portfolio has continued to grow. And we have a bunch of heartache. And you know why? Because he's a marketing genius. What is a marketing genius? Someone who just wants to stay relevant. Someone just any news is good news. And any news for the Dallas Cowboys of not winning, that's a big story. And so Jerry gets to win either way. And that is the definition of gerrymandering. It's not a win. It's not a win. If the Philadelphia Eagles are winning Super Bowls and the Dallas Cowboys are not winning Super Bowls, then we should not be supporting Jerry. That is the bottom line. And so I am going to see to it that here on the podcast table, we grow the former Dallas Cowboy fan club. I am calling it today the Retired Dallas Cowboys Fans Association. This is what I can do to drive some accountability. Now, stop buying beers at the stadium. I need you guys to stop buying beers at the stadium. We can stay at home and watch the game. We need to take a stand against Jerry and Steven, Jerry Jr., and Charlotte, and Gene. We need to take a stand against the Joneses here in Dallas.
Man, this is a long time coming. I've been on that side for a while, but we're gonna put on a t-shirt for sure. Gerrymandering.
Gerrymandering. Who we got up next?
So Friday we got Chiefs and LA facing the Chargers. I'm down on both of these teams. I'm not a fan of the Chiefs. Their favorable whistle and all of that stuff they got going on. I love the coach, all-time great coach. And then
shout out to my Swifties.
Yeah, and then we got the Chargers. I mean,
that's Jim Harbaugh.
I like Jim a lot.
That's Jim Harbaugh.
I like Jim a lot.
I'm with Jim. I'm riding with Jim on this one.
Well, I like Jim a lot, but his quarterback, her loss, he gets the most credits for losses I've ever seen a quarterback in history. He's blown a 22-point lead against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Trevor Lawrence, who has done nothing outside of beating him. He's lost every year in the playoffs. He doesn't have no wins or anything like that, but he's still considered a fringe top 5 quarterback, top 10 quarterback, and he's not producing results. It's all, I think they just like the way that he looks. And for me, I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs because I know they're going to have the whistle. And I know that at the end of the day, their coach is going to have them disciplined and ready to go. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs to win that game because I cannot trust her loss to deliver the deal.
For me, I said that I would go with Jim Harbaugh, and I was just meaning just him in general. I love what Jim stands for. Jim really, 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 really does stick it to the man. And so I am for sticking it to the man. And so I am going to, we're coming into week 1. Jim's been planning. I don't support his quarterback. I've never seen much from him, but I've never watched that closely either. But Jim did choose to go there when he could have gone to a few different places. Jim was fresh off of winning the national championship there at Michigan. So I'm going to say, for the purposes of this game, Travis Kelce just got engaged to Taylor Swift, and that's probably the biggest moment of his life, right up there with the Super Bowls. And so, we saw the evolution of Travis. I saw something today that was talking about Travis went from being a certain way and having a certain appeal, and then boom, he's now elevated to Mr. Taylor Swift. And so, are we going to see him show up to play some football? Life. Hey, listen. Some can tell you that comfort does have its disadvantages, and so I don't know if he's going to be hungry.
Yeah, I also think he's towards the tail end.
I don't know if he's gonna be hungry. I see him heading towards, being over there on the couch with his brother and shooting some high takes, kind of like what we're doing right here. Nothing wrong with that. Travis has had a great career.
Yeah,
and so
he's earned it.
Yeah, so Travis, I don't know if Patrick's gonna be able to depend on you in the same way. And so I'm going to go out on the limb just to be on the opposite end of this. I'm going Chargers.
All right. We got another one, good one, 3:25 Sunday. We got the Lions going into Green Bay to see Micah Parsons, number 1 in Lambeau Field.
I got to go Florida Evans.
And look, for me, man, I don't know. I mean, I kind of like the Packers. I kind of fell back on them last year. Jordan Love turning the ball over too much. But then I look at the other side, and this guy is the king of turning it over to me. Jared Goff the ball up. Jared Goff. He will give the ball away.
The lines are going to be stacked this year.
I know. I think I would still pick them to win this game, though.
The lines are going to be stacked.
They're going to win this game. But once we come down to the important games, I just wanted to put that caveat in there, because once we come to their only game in the playoffs, because they will be one and done again this year.
Oh, man. Coach.
Jared Goff is why I would do that or say that. But for the purposes for week 1, they will go into Lambeau. They will, I don't know what Green Bay's run defense is looking like, but they're going to go with that 2-headed monster, and they're going to wear them down.
I'm going Detroit. I just read somewhere, somebody told me that Micah might be having an epidural shot to be able to get out there and play, and he didn't do any preseason in any camp. And he's already talking about perhaps needing the epidural. And so, Micah, I would advise you to sit down. I would advise you to sit down. And when Emmett
heal up for week 4.
Yeah. When Emmett had that time away at the beginning of the season, go back and look at. He didn't have that time, that period. I think there was a deal in Dallas where Ezekiel was out for a period at the time of
Cabo.
The Cabo deal. And so go back and revisit those times when players didn't, get that full ramp up, and make sure you put yourself first and not the community of owners that they have there as the only publicly owned franchise in the NFL there in Green Bay. I love that about the Packers. But in this particular case, I would like to see Micah take a more steady, conservative approach to return. And Detroit had an unfortunate string of injuries last season.
That's not why they lost.
Well, I didn't say anything about why they lost. I'm just saying in their mind, they're coming back and they have something to prove this year. And so I see Detroit being ready to go in, and it might end up and be a boat race.
I think so. Jordan Love is definitely going to turn the ball over. Micah, and it's not even. I mean, putting yourself first is great too, but I mean, it would be probably the best thing for your team to even rush into it, to be your best self. So I would sit out. If you play, hey, nobody cares if you are injured. They're going to use it against you. So best of luck in Green Bay, and hopefully you're healthy by week 4. I want to see everything. I want to
here
see
in
that.
Dallas.
Yeah, I want to see that. We got another good one Sunday night. We got the MVP of the league hosting the MVP of the streets. Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen.
Oh man, week 1 Sunday night. Oh
in
man,
Buffalo.
Hey now, isn't it Sunday night? I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to hear that song. I cannot. It's a certain feeling that rushes down on me. On Sunday night, I'm gonna be positioned on the back patio. I'm gonna be positioned on the back patio, and I would have already made sure that the wife and kids had all the dinner and all the rest of the stuff, and the kitchen is cleaned, and everybody has what they need from me. In that game, I'll be sitting down to watch, because those are always some pretty good matchups between those two.
Yeah, no, for sure. And that last one in the playoffs last year, great game. Got to give Josh Allen his credit. Did not turn the ball over. Played really what people like to say. They what do they call it? A game manager. He played.
That's a shot. Manager. That's a shot. That's a shot.
Who's that? Who's that a shot to?
That's a shot at Josh.
I mean, before last year, he was turnover prone.
No, you had a name for him last year. What was
the name?
I had to go back and look in the archives, but it was something around the MVP. It was leading up to the MVP. You had a name for him because you were not supportive, and I was not supportive of Josh Allen. And I remember there was something about Josh Allen that you had.
I might have called him the false MVP.
There it is.
But
there it is. It was something like that.
I think I liked Josh Allen when he came in. Like, I thought he was a solid quarterback. And then I thought, maybe, kind of like what Justin Herbert was getting. But at least he was winning some playoff games. But he was very turnover prone. He cut it down a lot last year, played good football. And, he won. He didn't lose in that game. And that's how they won it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that's what it takes to
So what is that saying about Lamar?
Lamar didn't lose him that game. He didn't lose him that game. And I won't say he didn't even win them that game.
He obviously didn't win them.
Yeah, he didn't win them the game, but he had enough going on to where, if these dudes are not fumbling and stuff like that, they win that game. But I don't want to keep that the story for Lamar. So hopefully John Harbaugh. See, I like Jim. I don't like John. John Harbaugh, run the ball. Just run the ball. You got Derrick Henry. You got Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. 2 tight ends that are great. You should be running the ball all game. Lamar, I don't want to see Lamar throw it more than 22 times.
Oh, wow. How many times do you want to see him run?
Who, Lamar?
Yeah.
Whatever it takes. Run the ball. I don't want to see none of that. I don't want to see, and I think Lamar is a capable quarterback, but I think in this matchup, you run the ball. Because that's what they did to y'all. And, yeah, come on. To get Derrick Henry, let him wear him down and get downhill in the fourth quarter and start breaking off 50-yard runs. And then you'll win the game.
So you are going into this with the assumption that Derrick Henry is returning as Derrick Henry, defying the odds of time and physicality again?
He's done it enough to where we have to believe him.
Amen.
Derrick Henry is on that type of run where we have to believe him. It is what it is. He's that great legend.
Hey,
so I'm gonna pick the Ravens partly because they have more playmakers and stuff like that. I will say I don't trust John Harbaugh though. So if they do lose, it's most likely his fault, and I'm gonna point it out on the Sunday night cap. or whatever we decide to do, I'm going to point out everything that John Harbaugh, and if it's Lamar, I'll come and say it was Lamar, but it's hardly Lamar. It's mostly John and a couple other players.
I think you got it right. I think what we do is we do the picks, whether or not we create a video or we just post them, and then we hit after the Thursday game. This week is the Thursday game is we're excited about it. I mean, I would say historically the Thursday game is so hopefully I haven't looked at the schedule. We'll see.
Last year's Thursday game was good.
The opening night?
Yeah.
No, I mean like week 2, week 3, week 4.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay,
like after the first week, the Thursday game is like
yeah.
usually like, oh my God, like we're so maybe we may schedule to have like shoot the podcast stable on the second half of the Thursday game. So we're making the picks for Sunday, and then we come back Sunday night.
I only pulled up some of the most exciting games for Sunday. There's a bunch more. And let's get into the last game, a Monday night game.
Hold on, did I pick?
Oh, go ahead and pick. Go pick.
Who
Bills Ravens for Sunday night.
Bills Ravens for Sunday night. I'm going
in Buffalo.
In Buffalo. It's early, so the weather's great. I'm going Bills. I'm going Buffalo. I'm going Baltimore.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm going Bills in Buffalo. No, I'm going Ravens.
Okay.
I'm going Ravens.
So we both went Ravens. We both went Lions. Both went Cowboys, and then Chiefs, Chargers. Chiefs, Chargers.
Yeah.
All right, the last game Monday night, we got the Vikings coming off of a 15-2 season, something like that. 14-3, fifth seed, fourth, and they're going into Chicago to face the Bears for the Monday night to end the opening week. He's grimacing a little. I think that the Bears will actually be solid this season.
The Bears stink.
And the Bears are going to be solid this season.
The Bears stink.
They got some playmakers. They got a new O-line.
Maybe, but the Bears stink.
No, they're gonna win Monday night.
Hey, listen.
I'm basing this. I've never seen JJ McCarthy play in the NFL, so I can't really come out and say I'm going to pick him personally. That's just my preference. I need to see you play the game before I pick you. And I just like what I've seen from them in the preseason and
from Chicago.
And Ben Johnson. A lot of people want to give him a lot of the credit for what happened on offense in Detroit. So we're gonna see. But what I'm seeing from the Bears, I like them in this week 1 matchup versus the Vikings with a rookie quarterback, basically.
Yeah, I say the Bear. I got a lot of good friends from college that are from Chicago, so I'm really just teasing, but I'm also telling the truth. I mean, there's few teams that are in a worse predicament than the Dallas Cowboys, and the Bears arguably are one of them. I mean, the last time we saw them do anything, it was Refrigerator Perry, and they did have a little run after that, but I just remember the Super Bowl shuffle that from 1985, and that was 10 years before the Dallas Cowboys won one, and so that would make it 40. That make a 40 piece for them, and I remember the last time they came to Dallas here, I think they scored first, and I was there at the game, and I was surrounded by Bears fans. They were all cheering, "Yay, yay!" And I looked at my son, my other son, my younger son, and I said, "Son, that'll be over for sure before too long." And man, I tell you, by the third quarter, we were walking out to the car and listening to the rest of the game on the way home because it was over. Those Bears had gotten dominated, and so I don't see this as much different, but I do see that these are two teams that are they're in the same division, right?
Yeah,
and so this should be a tough game. They're playing where?
In Chicago.
In Chicago, the weather's not a factor. It's going to be a beautiful Monday night game.
We'll see.
It's going to be a beautiful Monday night game. So in this particular case, you took the Bears.
JJ
McCarthy This is his second year in the league. He didn't play last year, and he was coming off a national championship. Correct?
Sure.
I'm going to believe in JJ. I'm going to believe in JJ. I'm taking the Minnesota Vikings. I believe that Chicago's quarterback, who will try to win it on his own, he'll get out there, and like you said, Ben gets a lot of credit from the offensive side. This guy's going to get out there, and he likes to sling it around. And so unless we're saying that we think that the secondary in Minnesota has taken a big dive, they're going to come up with some turnovers. He's going to give us a few out there in Chicago, and I'm taking Minnesota. I'm taking Minnesota on Monday night.
It sounds great. But this is not Michigan.
It's Chicago. Hey, listen, in Chicago, it is Michigan. It's the Michigan Mile. That's all Chicago. It's got the shopping, the beautiful parks in the summer. Michigan, the word Michigan in Chicago has a really big meaning. Chicagoans love the word Michigan.
They gonna love it on Monday night too.
Right, because JJ McCarthy is gonna be tossing that deal all over them.
I don't.
JJ McCarthy,
hey,
come on,
great.
JJ.
It'll be great. I just want to see it. I can't pick it until I see it.
We've never seen it, by the way. We've never seen it. JJ, this is his stage. This is his opportunity, and he delivered on the last time he had the stage. He delivered. Was it a perfect season?
I think they won every game. I want to say they won every game.
Yeah, I have to go back and look at it, but it may have been a perfect season. And I believe Jim was when Jim was suspended for the top of that season when they won. Yeah. So JJ has overcome a lot of adversity.
But my caveat to that was his final season. So he had been there in the system, gotten stuff done, and I'm not saying he can't be a good. I'm just saying he's in a new environment and he has not played an NFL down. That's, to me, that's
those are facts.
I have to just hold myself back on that. The Vikings, great team, but we'll see.
Hey, listen,
I'm going Bears.
To my brothers out of Chicago, we're gonna go with the Vikings on week 1. We're gonna go with the Vikings on week 1. And to my Water brothers, there's a difference. There's brothers, regular brothers. Regular brothers are the ones that call you brothers, but then they don't show up. And so I still call them a brother, but taking the Vikings. To my Water brothers, give me a phone call. Come join us maybe for next Wednesdays or Thursdays nightcap. Call me wrong or whatever the case is, but you all are welcome as long as you're willing to show up. And you can come hold Tech P accountable for picking the Vikings. Now, if I'm right, you guys probably won't show up. But Guatemala, Guate, you on deck. Rashad Jefferson, you on deck. All you boys in Chicago, my Water brothers, the ones that show up, hey, open invite because I'm going to wear you guys out this year. I'm going to wear you guys out, and you get to show up and come speak your piece, but just know I'm a retired Dallas Cowboy fan. And so, yeah, I do love the Cowboys, but I do not support what Jerry Jones is doing. So don't think you can come back on me and try to tell me about what the Cowboys are doing. I don't care. You're just going to be feeding. You're going to be feeding the energy that I have to go out and promote more gerrymandering merchandise. Gerrymandering. I can see it now. Gerrymandering. Yeah, this is how you go out and make a difference. You use your voice. You use your voice to be able to speak. Now, Jerry's done well. He creates a lot of tax revenue and all of those things, and he also gets some windfalls. I mean, if you go look at the business deal that he put in place with Frisco ISD in the city of Frisco to build that headquarters up around the corner, Jerry got some. I don't know how he got that deal, but Jerry did get that deal. And so we have to celebrate Jerry in that way. But when it comes to football, no more. No more. No more, Jerry. No more. We're not going to do it. I need for everybody to when I launch and make the gerrymandering drop. When we make the gerrymandering drop, we're going to sell out. We're going to sell out, and I'm speaking it into existence because we have to take a stand. I want Jerry just as much as he loved to see that star. I want him to see gerrymandering as well. Any closing words, young Ken?
Yeah, we're gonna touch up on a lot of these, games. Maybe get into some more of the games we didn't mention for Sundays, lineup. But as far as what's going to happen on Thursday night and all the doubters to who I believe is the top 2 quarterback in the NFL, he's going to show you again, and you're going to doubt again, and you're going to be in denial once again. He's going to overcome gerrymandering as he's done so many times and beat them on their ring night. I'll see you then.
The best thing that could happen for all Americans is for America's team to suffer defeat after defeat after defeat, but it will not happen on Thursday night against those Philadelphia Eagles. We wish them nothing but the worst. We wish you all nothing but the worst. This has been the Podcast Stable. I am Tech P, straight out of Oak Cliff.
Cam Kenny, signing off.
Peace.